Day Live Overtime, sponsored by Alexander's Steakhouse.
The Friday Night Lights are back on. Welcome to Game Day Live Overtime. 30 minutes devoted to high school football. I'm Kurt Pegler.
And I'm Patrick Cunningham. We're bringing you highlights and analysis from games all over Central Illinois on opening night. We start with a big game in the Big 12.
Yeah, a clash of 2024 playoff teams, Normal West and Notre Dame. And how about starting the season off with a bang? Opening kick of the game, opening play of the season. Malik Given-Smith of Normal West takes the ball at his 8, zigzags his way through that Irish kick return team. That's a 92-yard season opening kick return score. Wow. 7-0 quickly. Early second quarter, Notre Dame ties it. It's Jay Merritt's. He bangs his way in, and it's his first score of the year, 7-7. But West showcases its weapons. Efo Baskins on the jet sweep. He takes it in, and the Wildcats take the lead for good. They win the ball game 34-14.
Two-time defending Big 12 champion Normal Community opening at home against Richwoods. Opening kick for the Ironman, Cole Kretzinger, making multiple Knights miss. Look at this stiff arm here. Takes it deep into Knights territory. Not quite a touchdown, but later in the drive, it was the Kretzinger show. Look at these moves. Very shifty, finds pay dirt to open the scoring for the Iron. But both sides of the ball getting it done for Normal Community. Micah Drangwitz picking it off here in the end zone. Nice play. Ironmen win 40-6.
Peoria High starts the season with a road trip to Champaign. Centennial blitz coming. Kewan Jordan, the sack for that Lions defense, which was excellent tonight. Peoria High moving the ball downfield. Rayon Green rolls left. He hits Jalen Rayford. Nice catch near sidelines. And then look at this play. Green shows off his arm. Throws to the end zone. Rayford comes down with it in the end zone. A terrific play for a touchdown. And more Peoria High defense. This is a pass intercepted by Demarion Zapata, and the Lions throw a shutout in the opener, 42-0.
Bloomington opens at home against Danville. Purple Raiders, they're going to strike fast here. Kevion Chestnut gets the call, finds the hole. He's in for 6. Bloomington up 7-0 quickly. Very next drive, QB Keontae Hamilton takes a shot down the field, connects with Jamari Sutton for the score. All Purple Raiders. Jordan Norton going to track down this ball, picks it off. That set up another scoring drive for Bloomington. They win big at home, 40-7.
Manual plays host to U-High with fresh pork chop sandwiches on the grill. Yum. First play from scrimmage. Manual's Brandon Maxison. The give. Looks like he's going nowhere. Then redirects to the other side of the field. He's got a lot of room in front of him. He's going to go 63 yards, and the Rams are in business. And on the next play, Tyree Porter, the quarterback option, keeps it. Gets to the outside, finds pay dirt. Rams go for 2. They led 8-0. But U-High responds in a big way with some power football. Rhett Lynch barrels in. The Pioneers put 71 on the scoreboard, and they win 71-22. Off to the Mid-Illini Conference. Gorgeous night at Malone Field. Metamora starts the Nick Dolinsky era at home against Sterling. Opening drive is a 4-play scoring drive. Stephen Petrie rolls out. He finds Kylan McMillan. This is a 62-yard touchdown, and the Redbirds had a 7-0 lead in a hurry. And then Coach Dolinsky and company score on the ground in the second quarter. Junior Keon Allen would not be denied. He bullies his way into the end zone. Metamora, an impressive opening night victory. 43-14. They beat Sterling.
Dunlap on the road in Galesburg, and it was a great start for the Eagles. First quarter, they finish off a long drive here. Jaden Schmick goes off tackle, gets in, 8-0 Dunlap. Still the first quarter. Quarterback Truman Tyra, 23 yards to Max Sutter in the end zone. Great catch by the Alabama commit. Then in the second quarter, Blake Dietz rips off 41 yards on a sensational run. He had better than 200 yards in this game. They win 44-0. Game was called due to lightning.
Terrific play there by Dietz. All right, Morton with the season opener at home against Mahomet-Seymour. Big night for Potters quarterback Isaac Davis. He calls his own number here. Huge hole and opens up for him. He makes multiple defenders miss. He's going to take it 71 yards to the house. How about that to open the scoring? And the Potters had a 7-0 lead. Then right before the half, it's Davis again from 2 yards out. He scores with 1 second to play in the quarter. Morton led 14-6. They hang on for a 28-27 win over Mahomet-Seymour.
Canton opens the season at home against Herscher. First quarter already up 8-0. Easton Orway going to power through the line for a touchdown. Little Giants up 16-0. Now jump to the early second quarter. Herscher going to have to punt it away. This is sky high. It's going to be taken in by Gavin Otto. Now watch this. He's going to break off to his left, hit the brakes, shakes off the tackler. Now he's switching field. He's headed down the right sideline. All of a sudden, he's got room. He's got blockers. Grady Anderson and Braxton Rock paving the way for Otto. 57-yard touchdown. They led 24-0 at that point, but they saw that slip away to lose 42-38.
Corey Bielema makes his head coaching debut with the Limestone Rockets on the road tonight at Mount Zion. It's a rough night for the Rockets as Mount Zion executes a nice screen pass here. Blockers in front of the receiver. He'll score on the play. Mount Zion shuts out Limestone in the opener. 49-0 the final, so Bielema 0-1 right now is the Limestone head coach.
Now let's take a look at some of the rest of the games around the Mid-Illini. Start with the defending conference champions, Washington Panthers, on the road at Niles Notre Dame, fall in a defensive battle 13-12. Bounce out to Pekin, who was out at Plainfield South. Nice win for them, 28-7. And East Peoria pouring it on Springfield Southeast, 47-13, a win for them. Let's go to a good small school matchup. This is going to be Dee-Mack and Eureka. Dee-Mack up 24-0 at the half, but Eureka getting to work here. Sam Hoffman up the gut, breaks through the goal line to put the Hornets on the board. But the Chiefs going to put it away. Direct snap to Tyke Albritton. Runs to his right. How about that stiff arm there as he races down the sideline? A well-earned Chiefs touchdown. Dee-Mack dominates 38-8.
Tri-Valley and Fieldcrest in a clash of Heart of Central Illinois Conference teams. Opening drive, Tri-Valley, sneaky handoff to Tommy Harris. He gets to the outside along the sidelines. He's going to beat his final defender and get in for the score. That's the first touchdown of the season for the Vikings, and they would strike again after a fumble recovery. It's Ethan Moore heading off to Preston Johnson. And look at the sophomore, breaks some tackles, gets to the goal line, gets in, and the Vikings win in week 1, 52-12.
El Paso-Gridley at home against Reed Custer. Minute 30 to go in the half. Owen Adams going to complete this to Braden Gibson. This is a first down and a great way to start the 2-minute drill. Keep those chains moving. How about this, though? Adams, he's going to get it out to Chaven Maxson. Watch this. He's going to juke a defender, then spin move to avoid 2 other defenders, and he's off to the races down the sideline. How about this big block from Braden Bosarth? Get out of the way, young man. Clears the path for the touchdown. EPG holds on to win 28-14.
Wow.
Return of football means return of the famous Farmington pork chops. Those are delicious. Farmers, state semifinalists last year. It's because of plays like this. Jackson Darsham and Gage Smith swarming the ball, eating them up like those pork chops. Wes Hancock took roughly 8 minutes to score, but Jack Gronwald says, I only need 15 seconds. Takes the screen pass from Traven Haroldson, cuts upfield, making multiple defenders miss along the way. 70-yard touchdown, first play of the drive, final play of the first quarter. Farmers win 51-28. Elmwood Brimfield at home against Knoxville. Opening drive for the Trojans, 3rd and 8 here. Toss to Lane Johnson. He's going to shed a blocker there. Gets down the sideline for the first down and more to extend the drive. Later, give to Logan Estes. Little jump step there. Gets upfield for another Trojan first down. This is how they play. Just run it right up the gut. Capping it off is Miles Alger. Drags his man. Stretches for the goal line. What does Stripes say? He says that's a touchdown. Elmwood Brimfield wins 36-22.
Central Catholic begins the year at Paxton Buckley Lotus. Saints on the move. Matthew Brady connects with Owen Cohn over the middle. This is a nice grab in traffic here. Then later, it's Brady getting it done with his legs. Bursts through the middle, then weaves his way inside the 5-yard line, and a couple of plays later, Brady up the gut, in for the in the end zone. Central Catholic with a gutty win on the road, 21-14 tonight.
IVC opens the season at home against Monticello. Starting off the second quarter here, Monticello quarterback Colton Schubert throws an interception right into the hands of IVC linebacker Sawyer Ellenwood. Then the Grey Ghost quarterback Keegan Soule finds wide receiver Cade Jackson midfield, completing a pass to move the chains for a Grey Ghost first down. However, Monticello back with the ball. They're going to throw a long 80-yard touchdown pass to wide receiver TJ Dennison, and he is going all the way. Monticello gets the win over IVC 21-6.
Havana and Princeville squaring off in a season opener. And Princeville, boy, they've got high expectations. They look good tonight. The Prince is on the goal line, run up the middle. It's Noah Geiger putting Princeville on the board. And then it's going to be a pitch to Princeville running back Eli Christensen. Short gain. Again, this is bringing them closer to the end zone. Boy, the Princes have weapons, and they know how to score. Sarnes is going to pitch it again to Christensen. This is going to be a 45-yard run along the sidelines for another score. Princeville 54 and Havana 7. A good start for the Princes. Olympia kicks off the season at Petersburg Porta. The Saints run the option, and they run it very well. This is junior Brendan Hardiman. He waits for the blocking, then steps on the gas. And nobody's going to catch him. A big play for Eric Lyons' Spartans team. This is a touchdown. And then, of course, they've got Jimmy Lawler. He rushed for better than 1,800 yards last year. He picks up right where he left off in the end zone again. Olympia wins a nail-biter on the road, 38-36.
Let's get to some other scores around the area tonight. We'll start in the heart of Illinois Conference. Ridgeview-Lexington getting a 22-7 win over Leroy, who was a state semifinalist last year. And Hayworth, a big win on the road, 24-0. 2-7 last year. They start 1-0 in 2025. To the Illini Prairie, St. Joe Ogden gets a 44-7 win over Prairie Central. And then in Coal City, Pontiac falls on the road 40-13. Over to the Lincoln Trail Prairie Land, Kewanee Wethersfield goes into Abington Avon and gets a win 44-14. And the Starr County Rebels starting 1-0 again, 41-18 on the road at South Fulton.
All right, coming up, we bring in our Game Day Live Overtime correspondents to give their analysis on the big games of Week 1 of the high school football season. That's when Game Day Live Overtime continues.